webinar, what we are going to see, we are not going to build everything live. I hope that we are going to give on some idea, okay, how you are going to use ChatGPT as your project workspace. So what are the things that you need as AI? Now, just before we start, this session is not project management session. We assume that you all familiar with project management lifecycle, project management knowledge areas, and how the project from inception to closing, how it's been executed. So this session is not about project management. And also this session is not about what is AI, how AI built, what is mean by LLM, what is mean by SLM. No, this is not about that, okay? So it is a workflow, how you are going to organize your project management activities as a workflow using AI tools. Here we take an example, ChatGPT, okay? So now, as you all answered, why AI matters for project managers? As you have all voted that gathering information, most of the project managers they spend gathering information. Here basically every role now it requires AI, right? So it is not AI for project managers, AI for accountant, AI for sales manager, AI for student. So AI for everyone. But why we choose AI for project manager as webinar topic? Because project manager requires decision-making skills. Even if you are executing a project, the accountability remains with the project manager. No tool can replace this. As we talk about leadership skills, AI cannot replace the leadership skills. Leadership skills is something that you have to build on your personality level. So how AI is going to help you? So in that way, project managers, they need a lot of decision-making skills. Project managers are accountable. They need to analyze all the information. So mostly, just I put like four main areas. One is unclear request. Okay. So once you receive a request from the financial manager saying that, okay, the project is overrun, like, just we are spending more. The cost performance index, CPI, is not as per the plan. But still, it's not a complete request, okay? You need to get a clear request, what he meant. And documentation load. We are spending too much of time to document. Nowadays, the demand is very high because you cannot say, oh, I am just summarizing my meeting minutes. I have to prepare this, I have to prepare that. Your manager will say, use AI, do the documentation, take the meeting notes, use the Gemini AI notes taker, get all the notes, summarize it. So documentation is really a big load now, even with the AI. Coordination complexity. What is coordination complexity? As a project manager, the main responsibility of a project manager lies on two key management areas. Even though there are 12, 14 management areas, the two key management areas, one is stakeholder management, another one is the communication plan. How well you organize your project among the stakeholder management and communication plan, your success lies there. And the risk visibility. Okay, maybe the templates, the tools will help you to create the risk register. But the risk visibility, it's a decision, that anticipation from the project manager point of view about the project. So AI is where you can use it. Is not like, AI, it's going to be automation tool. No. Don't think that, AI, that you will use an automation tool. AI is not a search tool. No, AI is going to be a tool which will assist you. Assume that you are going to have your own assistants with you. Assume that you are going to have, like, that's why they say 10x, 10x productivity. Why they mean by 10x? They are seeing you as 10 resources. You are not one resource. So physically you are one. Where are the other 9? That's where you are going to get the help from the AI. That's why they say 10x. So I repeatedly say AI may not replace project managers, but project managers who use AI effectively will increasingly outperform those who do not. Otherwise, I can say AI will replace project managers who do not use AI. Okay, so that's why AI matters for project managers. Okay. So again, I think we have already explained this one. So project managers, they spend considerable amount of time in gathering information, reviewing information, structuring information, communicating, following up. I remember here, gathering information is not something about the scope of the project. No. The gathering information here, we are talking about to execute a project, to monitor a project, you need a lot of project-related information. I remember I worked on a project to build 3D models because, like you know, before they go for a construction, they need a software to build the 3D models. So I was part of that project. As a software, we built all the requirements, everything is done. But later we came to know that from the municipality of Saudi Arabia, Mumra, okay, there are a lot of constraints when you construct a building on a highway, when you construct a building in a 20 meters wide road, when you construct a building in an urban area. So we did not consider this when we start build our tool. So what happens? It becomes a big failure. So this is what I mean as gathering information. Another thing is gathering information nowadays, like if you are working, if you are working with the projects 30 years before, especially for the complaints, they'll give a book. You go to the municipality, you take a book. The book consists of 600 pages, okay? You need to study. You need to recruit someone who is master on that book with related to the complaints. Then you have to apply that complaints to the project. Now it becomes very easy. AI can help you on that. You don't need to read the entire book. You don't need to read the entire journal. Just you need to address what is related to you. That's what here gathering, reviewing, structuring the information, because the information spread across in many places through meetings, through stakeholder engagements, through the project documents. So how you are structuring all this information? So at the end, we are going to use the AI for productivity, for project intelligence. What is project intelligence? AI is a thinking tool. AI is a thinking tool. It's a language model. It can think, it can analyze the information, and it can give you enough intelligence about the project. So that's project intelligence and project operations. So that's why AI matters a lot for the project managers. Okay, now the main topic, which is prompt engineering. Okay, maybe you may come up with a lot of videos and reels and also articles suggesting you, okay, how can I create a prompt? Everyone is talking about prompt. Okay, so here just you remember the word project. Whenever you write a prompt, make sure you are applying this project framework. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 are main components when you build a project. But here, this is how I am suggesting to the project managers to build a prompt. P means persona. So before you write a prompt, you just tell the ChatGPT or the tool that you are communicating, who are you? Just say explicitly, tell that you are a project manager. Say you are a business analyst. You are a financial manager. Okay, so you are building a persona, because AI will get to know that, okay, I have to take this persona as a role. Then you have to give the context. In what context that you are giving this prompt? So that's called relevance. Then objective. What you want to achieve, what you are expecting from the prompt as a deliverable. Then the task. So you have to say like, this is the task or these are the tasks that you have to perform to produce the objective and expectations. Expectations and objectives are quite different. Okay. The objective is you want to build a work breakdown structure based on the dates given by the project manager. That's your objective. What is the expectations? There are quality criteria. Make sure like the two work breakdown units are running in parallel. Make sure you are addressing the dependencies. Make sure you are giving enough buffer. Make sure the quality criteria are addressed. So these are the expectations and constraints. What are the limitations? Maybe you may say like, okay, for this project, I am going to execute with 2 developers. If it is a construction project, you have to say like, okay, I have a budget constraint. Please make sure when you create the project plan, these are my budget constraints. Then template. Templates are, it varies from organization to organization. Maybe you may have a WBS template. You may have a presentation template. Okay, you may have a documentation template. So keep in mind that prompt is not just a question. You are not asking a question. No, you are doing prompting. Make sure that you are assigning the role. You have given the current context and what task, what are the constraints and the format. So a project prompt should behave like a mini brief, sufficient context, explicit task, clear boundaries and measurable quality expectations. So now let's go for a demo. So before that, just I want to know from our attendees, like how many of you have already created a GPT for you using ChatGPT? Just to put raise your hands for online, or like, you can thumbs up. I would prefer thumbs up instead of raise hands, because raise hands mostly for the questions. Just a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. 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 How about here for the physical attendees? Like, have you created? Okay. Excellent. Okay. Okay. No issue. No issue. So at the end, just, if you are using a reusable template as your prompt, then it's mostly a GPT. Okay. It's mostly GPT. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Okay. Now, this is our initial prompt. You can use this for not only for project management. It's a very simple, effective prompt. Okay. What we are saying here, I'm saying here, you will assist users in generating effective prompts through an iterative process. Don't just get the first answer as your answer for the prompt. Okay. So go for iterations. You must never provide direct answers. You means to whom we are talking? To AI, to ChatGPT, to Claude, to Gemini, to Copilot. Instead, you must always generate a structured response consisting of 3. A prompt, critic, questions. Prompt means a crafted version of your request. Critic means just, you are asking to analyze what you have requested. Okay, so what are the potential weakness, areas for improvement? And you say up to 3 questions to refine the prompt before finalizing it. So you just say, tell AI, refine my prompt, refine my prompt, refine my prompt until I reach what I need. Or so you will see the difference now. So also, we can put rules. Always treat every user input as a request for prompt building, even if it is already detailed. Even if you are giving a detailed request, you are giving instructions. Okay, so treat it as a prompt building. Never answer the question directly or provide code, explanation, or solutions. So don't give direct answers. This is what we have mentioned at the top. Always use structured format, prompt, critic, questions, so that you can easily, answer while you are prompting. Always ask at least one clarifying question before finalizing a prompt. So this is our first GPT that we will create now as a prompt assistant. In my workplace, what I do is I create GPTs and give a name. Just for example, my business analyst is Bashir. Bashir is just is a virtual name. Okay. So repeatedly I engage with Bashir. So that, like, for example, you can create your GPT for email drafting. Because a lot of people, what they are doing now while using the chat GPT or Claude, they put what they want to write as an email, and then they are saying, please draft this email well. Each time there, most of the people, they are using this way. Okay. So for sure, ChatGPT or Claude or any AI tool will give an answer, but that is not the way to use AI. That's not the way to use AI. For example, you can use translator GPT. Okay. What is translator GPT? Now, since we are in Saudi Arabia, in many places, we need to do a translation. You know the Google Translate. Whenever you translate something in Google and send to someone who are professional in Arabic, they immediately notice that you did from Google Translation. Okay. So instead, what you can do, you can build a GPT. You can say all the instructions. You'll say like, okay, please, in professional tone. You can create translator, two, three translators, one for WhatsApp. Like some, if you want to, like, communicate with someone who is talking in Arabic in WhatsApp, you can create a translator, spoken translator, okay, or professional translator, like that. So this one is your first GPT, which is prompt assistant. Let me just go to, I hope my window is clear for everyone. Is it clear for online users? Okay. So as the gentleman said, like, they are using Cloud, you can use Copilot, but here the idea is one. Okay. So in ChatGPT, I hope that you are all familiar with the ChatGPT interface. So if you go here, you will find GPT, something called GPTs. Okay. So also, like, I want to say something. The features, it depends on what kind of subscriptions that you have. Maybe, like, for example, I'm having a plus in subscription, and if you are a free user, maybe it has some limited options. So here I say GPTs. Okay. If anyone does not have Wi-Fi, just let me know. I will share the password. Yeah. Just for online attendees, 2 minutes, because just we are addressing the physical attendees for their Wi-Fi passwords.
Have a Wi-Fi, use yours. Otherwise, it will get loaded. The other people will have issues. If not, you can.
So if you go to the GPTs, there is something called My GPTs. Yeah. Okay. So I'll say My GPTs, and I have my own GPTs, but here for the demo purpose, we are going to create a GPT. Okay. So here I'll say configure. I'm going to give a name to this GPT. For example, I will say, I will call Exceliya my prompt assistant. Okay. So this is my GPT name, my prompt assistant. Let me go to my presentation. Just I want to copy. Just I'll say.
Both the interface are same.
Yes, yes. I'm accessing the URL. That's why I'm not using the ChatGPT application. It is the same. It is the same.
Okay, no, the application is a bit different. Yeah. Anyway, so you want to go with the ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
URL. Okay.
Yes. So just I pasted here what I have provided here. Okay. So just I pasted here what I have provided in the. So I'll say here description, my prompt assistant. So I call the name as Exceliya. So there are many other configurations. Just let's go with this one. So create new action. If you want to add associated action, you can. Otherwise, just you say create and done. So if you want to share this GPT with someone, you can, or just say only me. This means just you can use only you. Okay. So this is GPT is created. So okay, how to access the GPT? Just go back here. So again, more GPTs and my GPTs, you will find Exceliya. This is what just we have created. Okay. Okay. Now just I click this one. Now I am ready here. Okay. So it says like Exceliya, my prompt assistant, my name. So this is whatever you ask here. So how it's going to answer. Before that, just I want to differentiate between how somebody, two people raise the hands. Anybody wants any clarification?
Sir, I just wanted the prompt that I can put in instructions part.
Okay, okay. I will paste it in the chat window as well.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. So I put that in the chat window as well, so that like you can try parallelly. Okay. Okay. So I go back to ChatGPT. I'm not going to use the prompt assistant now. Just I want to show you how the prompt assistant is going to be different than your normal prompt. Okay. So just I just paste. We need an AI. It should include a chat ticketing with the existing CRM and an easy to use interface. The vendor should implement and manage the project. Please prepare a project plan. Okay. So a simple question. Okay. We call it as a now. Now just I read because you ask, it will create. Okay. Project manager, you are accountable and responsible of your project. Don't consider AI, it's going to provide you what you really require. Okay, that's why even they put a disclaimer. They said ChatGPT can do mistakes. Use wisely. AI. So how just for project requirement is how many? Just a few lines. And it's give a project plan. It says AI customer service platform. It creates objective, the scope, 6 months deliverable. So even it doesn't know how many people are going to work. What are the dependencies? What are the project budget? But it will give an answer for you. Okay. So major milestones, vendor responsibilities, acceptance criteria, just as a generic one. Here, AI made a lot of assumptions. It just assumed that this plan will may fit for you. Okay. So this is the initial result that we get. Okay. Now, the GPT that we created, how it's going to create, react. Let's say here, more GPTs. I'll go to my GPT. So my prompt assistant. Okay. Here I'm asking. I'll say it is prompt and just I'll paste it here. Okay. Even without this, you can say, hey, Exceli, because we call as the name, we call Exceli. You can name it anyone. Okay. Okay. Please help me to create this prompt. This is just what I have replaced with slash prompt. Okay. So just I'm giving this. See the result of normal. Normally you ask the prompt and now this one. Okay. See how it's creating the prompt. Okay. It says act as a senior project manager and enterprise technology consultant because it's a technology project. Okay. Because you are asking for what? CRM service platform. Okay. Prepare a comprehensive project plan and it says project requirements, required output, present the most important part, see the critic. Okay, it says the request defines the core capabilities, delivery period, vendor ownership, but does not specifically the current CRM, expected customer volumes, communication channels, regulatory obligation, budget, internal resources. These details could materialize. It will affect the integration design, vendor criteria, staffing order. So here it will ask you lot of questions. That's why before you build a prompt, challenge AI to ask clarification questions. Don't say provide a project plan directly. Just to tell AI that this is my initial request. Ask me more clarifications in all the project management areas. Ask me structured questions. Then it will ask you. Then you have to answer those questions to have a clear project plan. So, for example, he says which CRM and customer service channel must be integrated. Just for example, I say Odoo. Okay, just for integration purpose. Number two, what customer volumes and agent numbers should the platform support? Customer volume, I'll say like, for example, 10,000 customers and 10 agents. Number three, are there specific hosting, data residency, security, or regulatory requirements? For example, I'll say PDPL, regulation from Saudi Arabia. Okay, because there is a PDPL regulation. So then I go further. Now, still your prompt is not created. It's creating, improving the prompt. It says, act as a senior project manager. What is the organization context? Required platform capabilities. See here, it included scalability beyond 10,000 customer and 10 agent environment. So then vendor responsibilities, it goes further. Then 6 months implementation plan. Then it goes further. Saudi PDPL requirements. So it goes further. See the difference between your first prompt and the GPT prompt. GPT prompts, you can reuse it, but you have to keep in mind, GPT prompts are not memory built. What is memory built? Each time you use the GPT, it is going to come up with the initial instructions. Context is not associated. Context is created when you ask the questions. So the next demo that what we are going to see, how you are going to create the project workspace inside ChatGPT. That makes context. But here you can keep just memory-free GPT. What is memory-free GPT? For example, as I told you, you can create translator GPT, email assistant GPT for you. What is email assistant GPT? If you are using a Copilot, okay, many people, they are using Copilot for drafting emails because just it's pop up there. How can I help you? It says like draft this email. No, you can use beyond that. Copilot can, for example, like, if when you wake up in the morning, if you want to summarize all the emails and just give a WhatsApp message to you, you can go to that level. That's how you have to use the AI capabilities. Okay. So GPT here, this is just memory-less GPT. This means you build a GPT with the capabilities, but each time you associate your context and ask questions. So it goes further. So just for the webinar purpose, I'm going to end with See, again, it's asking another three questions. So, which Odoo version? Which channels? Should the plan include budget estimate? So, at one point of time, the ChatGPT will say, okay, this is the prompt that you can use. Now, you take this prompt and again go to ChatGPT, paste it, then you create the project plan. Is it clear for you? It's clear? Anybody have any questions from online? Anybody have any questions from online? Okay, let me go to the presentation. So this is how I just demonstrated you the first GPT prompt assistant. Okay. Now in Exceliya, we are having a prompt engineering master class. So it's going to be a kind of workshop. It's not a course. Okay. We assume that you know what's meant by AI, you know what are the project management principles or something like that. But this one is independent of project management. This is just a prompt engineering masterclass. You may be an accountant, you may be a student, you may be someone who is using a computer at home for business. You may be an entrepreneur who is running a restaurant, but you want to improve your restaurant quality and you want to use AI. So when you want to use AI, you should be a master in prompting because AI will provide how you interact with AI. So there is a prompt engineering master class. So maybe you can get more details in the front desk. And just based on this webinar, they are running an offer that they are giving 50% discount. And regarding the sessions, like it's 4 hours, it's not necessarily 4 hours at one shot. Maybe you can split it into 2 hours and 2 hours. And since it's going to be sometimes it's a group, sometimes it's one-to-one. So you can just, get more information in the front desk about this. Okay. Now, just I want to, because I have prepared a lot of slides, not necessarily that, we have to go through each slide. Just I want to convey the idea. Now, what is mean by workspace? Okay. So how many of you used AI as a project? Like, for example, in ChatGPT, we have projects. And in Cloud also, I think you can create projects. So just I want to know how many of you already used project features. Just thumbs up if you use projects. Okay, great. Have you here physical attendees? Have you used the projects? Rafiq, you used the project. Okay, okay, fine. So now, what is mean by workspace? Say, if you are a ChatGPT user or a Cloud user, each time you go and spend your time on asking questions, right? Or prompting. I'll not say asking questions, you are doing prompting, okay? Each time you have to build the context. Let's say, for example, you are working in a company and the company is working for a project. Most of the communications that what you are doing, it's related to that project. And you receive a lot of emails, okay? And now just, you want to structure the information and you want to interact with the ChatGPT. How you do, you go and ask as a single prompt, right? Instead, you create as a project workspace. What is the advantage? You are giving context, okay? Not only this, project workspace, you can do integrations. For example, if you have a Google Drive, you put all the project documentations there, okay? You create a folder called project documentation. You create a folder called compliance documentation. All this you can upload to the source file of ChatGPT as a project, then you can interact.
File itself.
No, file itself.
From the Google Drive,
Yeah.
you have so many files.
No, you just integrate with Google Drive. Just integrate. Yeah, just you integrate. In the Google Drive, you create a folder for your project. Okay, and say like, okay, get the files from this. So it will take the files. You can do a lot of integrations while in the ChatGPT. Okay, so so here two things. Okay, many people they are asking about what about security, because I'm talking about project files. Okay, I say like, okay, attach, for example, you have your project budget files. Maybe if you are like as an institute, as an entrepreneur, you have your balance sheet, you have your financial statements, because these are all required as part of the project, right? As a communication, as when you create the project workspace. One thing that I want to tell you that don't assume that on-prem means secure. Okay, if you are not creating enough security controls even on your on-prem, even you are not secure. This is number one. Okay, so the security context is not about where you keep your files. Okay, how you keep your files, that is most important. ChatGPT, if you are a free user, if you are a free user, ChatGPT will use your file and your information and whatever you interact for building the model, training the model, if you are a free user. If you are a plus or pro user, okay, they will not use your information, your prompt for building the model, but still they are accessible to them. But it's encrypted, they are using TLS, security, everything. So you have to obey the confidentiality and security restrictions. If your organization says don't share this, you should not share this unless ChatGPT they have an enterprise subscription, because enterprise subscription they are giving private area and it's completely secured, where you can keep your files there as an enterprise. Okay, so there are a lot of way to keep your files safe, even as you use, like for example, Google Drive. Okay, so Google has given you enough security guidelines and compliance. You are using in the cloud. Okay, you keep all your personal pictures, your photos, your bank account details. Some people keep the passwords, many things there. Okay, but still somehow it's safer, but based on the guidelines given by Google. The same way you have to assume ChatGPT workspace. Don't upload any file if your organization says it's a restricted confidential. Don't upload unless you are going for a subscription model with the ChatGPT on enterprise model. Then they are giving certain security guidelines how to use your confidential files. Okay, so now in the project sources, for example, I have given like, requirements, contracts, meeting minutes, templates, risk, all you can keep it there. So ChatGPT as a project, you create it as a project and you get the outputs there. So this is again how you are going to create the workspace. So you have your project workspace, your citations, and your source-based analysis, document development. It's connected workflows. I think I'll go to the demo quickly. And before that, just I want to tell you about this, how AI is going to assist you and support you for your project management activities or any activity. There are three models. Okay, one is called AI assisted, AI enabled, and AI native. What is AI assisted? If you are using ChatGPT as a workspace, it is called AI assisted. Okay, because it's going to assist you, and still you are going to create as a separate isolated project environment. Okay, there is something called AI enabled agents. I think most of the people they heard about agentic AI. Okay, what is the agentic AI? Here you create GPTs, right? I just created a prompt GPT. You can create a business analyst GPT. You can create any GPT, you name it. Okay, GPT means, as I told you, it doesn't have any memory. Each time you have to give a context. Okay, when it comes to the agent, you can create agent only when you are clear with your organization processes. complete organization process is very clear, project structure is clear, stakeholders are clear, responsibilities are clear, then you can go for AI agents. What is AI agent? You create AI agent. How you create AI agent? You have to go for some vibe coding. You don't need to know about how to create agent, how to Python or this programming language, that programming language. No need. Nowadays there are a lot of platforms. They are supporting you to create AI agents, but you should know how to use that AI agent wisely. Okay. Then the third one is AI native operation. What is AI native operations? It is an autonomous decision maker that will take decisions. That is called AI native. So AI assisted means you go with the prompts and project workspace. AI enabled means you create agentic AIs. For example, I'm giving an example. Like, you can create your agentic AI for your emails. Now you have, like, plenty of emails. You are involved in social activities. So you are receiving a lot of social activity email. You are having personal emails. You have official email. A lot of emails, right? So what you can do is you can create an AI agent and you give access to all your email accounts and tell the AI agent that every day morning send me a WhatsApp message that summary of all emails. Like, okay, and you give restrictions. Say like, okay, this is important, this is not important. I am particularly in this project. Any email for this project is very important. Send to me. This is called agentic AI. Okay, what is native AI? Native AI is a well-matured process you have, and you clearly defined the instructions to respond. Okay, so here, let's say, for example, you are creating, you are meeting organizer, agentic AI, meeting organizer. Okay, you tell them that any meeting request comes from my higher management, and if I am available on that time, just accept it. Here, you are not doing acceptance. Who is doing acceptance? Your agentic AI is doing acceptance. This means, this is a simple example that AI native. AI native means it can take decisions on your behalf. Agentic AI means it's an AI, it's doing a job assigned to him. That is agentic AI. AI assisted, that's what we have seen here as a ChatGPT workspace, how the AI is going to help you. Okay. So here, as AI assisted project management, so the project manager initiates every interactions. For example, draft a risk register, summarize meeting notes, create a status report, project plan, all this. What is the characteristics? It's human triggered. It's not machine triggered. Each time you have to go and interact and ask and get the results. And it's prompt based. Each time you have to give the appropriate prompt. It's a limited automation. It's not like automate. You are not like, saying like, do this and send to this. No, it's a limited automation. What is limited automation? You can have like plugins, and you can just, as I told you, you can just integrate with Google Drive, your email account, that kind of automation that you can do. But at the end of the day, the project manager retains the direct control. Okay, you are the decision maker. You have to keep the direct control. Okay, so in the project workflow, these are the end-to-end workflow, but each one is an isolated prompt. It's not like, this prompt is related to that prompt. But in a workspace, the ChatGPT will understand what is the dependency between that layer and this layer. Okay, so you provide, for example, a project request and RFP, contract, all this you are providing as part of your source, and you are asking to identify the gaps, list the assumptions, generate client questions, and you are converting as a structure. Then again, you have to ask AI to evaluate. This is what I'm always saying you. Whenever you use ChatGPT or any AI tool, just challenge the tool to review. Whatever you produce, or even the ChatGPT produce, you challenge the ChatGPT saying that you have to review and evaluate. Then it's generate, and you update the project information. The thing here is what happens now, we created a prompt, right? So it is going to create a project plan. Then I can upload this project plan as part of my source file in my project workspace. So each time you don't need to say like based on the file attached, because usually people they do like they attach the file, then they say like based on the file attached create this. In the project workspace you don't need to do that. You just create all the source file there. Okay, just the entire discussion it's all about like how you are going to use the PM book guide and the project management areas. By the way, just there are a lot of interfaces that you can use with ChatGPT, okay, and also with any AI tool. Have anyone know how to generate the handwritten? Arif? Okay. So this one, just you if you go to the ChatGPT, say say for example, generate hand written image. Tell me a topic just related to project management.
Critical path.
Sorry.
Critical path.
Okay. Project critical path. So we will come back here. So just these are some of the useful chat interfaces. These are generic chat interfaces. For example, some people like they are good in understanding a concept through diagrams, through handwritten images. Okay, sticky notes, for example. So you can say like for example, like you give a topic and create a quiz. Just say / quiz. It will generate the quiz based on the topic. Okay.
Even it can recognize without slabs, right?
Yes, yes. But what you are saying, these are generic interfaces. For example, this is
The importance of the slash. Is it mandatory to have the slash?
yes, it's an interface. It's interface. It's not a command. It's an interface that you are giving the context, task, instructions just in one command. See, these are yeah, it's not command. Actually, they call it as an interface. Okay, so these are some of the project management ChatGPT interfaces. For example, you say like, see, executive summary. Executive summary. Just say executive summary, then you give. It understand.
Give me the executive summary report.
Yes.
If there's labs and executive summary, it understands that it is we are asking for.
Absolutely. See here, for example, the slash roadmap. This produce a high-level project roadmap with milestones and timelines. You don't need to type this when you give a roadmap. Okay. So here, see here, it generates like this critical path. Okay. So same way you can use these interfaces, and you will learn this as part of our course as well. Okay, just I take a small case study. We will create a project workspace using ChatGPT, how the project workspace is going to work. So this is the project we call Nama AI Customer Service Platform. So it's a bilingual AI-assisted customer service platform. These are the constraint. These are the stakeholder output, initial request. This is what I have pasted in the initial request as well. Okay. Now we are going to create a project workspace. So simply we'll go to the ChatGPT. Here there is something called the projects. Okay. Say new project. Just we are going to give a name to this project. I say Nama platform project. So I create the project. Okay. So now the project is created, right? See here, yes, you have the plugins. Okay. Once you click here, so You can connect to Gmail, you can connect to your Google Calendar, you can connect to your Outlook, you can SharePoint. So these are the integrations that you can do, all this, okay? So you can keep them as, for example, if you are creating a project for your emails, okay? You connect all your emails to this project. And whatever the instructions you give here, that will be considered. Now you are giving a context. You don't need to create each and every prompt individually. You create it as a project. So now I create Nama platform project. So here, these are the sources. See here.
Is it possible to have the Dropbox also the same way?
Yes, you can. See, browse all plugins. If you click here, it will go for all the plugins. See the Dropbox. Okay, Dropbox and Canva, Adobe, GitHub, all the plugins are supported. Lot of plugins are supported here. And by the way, ChatGPT has released 5.6 SOL, where the presentation that what you are seeing in my webinar, it's created by ChatGPT. Okay, it's not like, I just give the instruction and take the, no, I have to review it. Just what I did, I give the template, the Exceliya template. I said like, okay, these are the things that I'm going to deliver during the webinar. This is my idea. This is what I have planned. Create this. So it creates this presentation. This is how you have to use the ChatGPT. Don't say it's like, copy paste. Like, okay, I generated, I copied. No, you must review. You must ask ChatGPT to review. Okay, so as a reviewer, and I say like, what are the gaps, what are the challenges. You can challenge ChatGPT to identify at least 3 negative points, for example. This is how I challenge. Okay, then you get improvement over the prompt and the questions. Okay, now let's go back to our project. Okay, so here your project sources. Okay, so here what I did, just for demo purpose, I created some project files. Okay, for example, now these are my project instructions. Let me just zoom it well. Is it visible? Is visible? Okay, so now I said you are the project management co-pilot for this project. Use the uploaded project sources at the primary basis for all outputs. Okay, so this means what? You don't need to say each time, please use my PowerPoint template. You don't need to say, but you name it well in the project files, saying like, okay, this is my template. This is my WBS template, for example, work breakdown structure template. This is my project charter template. This is my project plan template. So you don't need to say each time, go to my template. Then you can say, you can do one thing, you create a folder called templates and you keep all the templates over there. Then it will automatically use. That's why use the uploaded project source as the primary basis for all outputs. So whatever the output the ChatGPT will give, it's based on the files. And you must give some operating rules. Okay, how this workspace it's going to be used for your project. So it says like, for example, never present an assumption as a confirmed fact. Okay, separate facts, identify missing information, do not invent scope. Okay, as a project, do not invent the scope, do not invent the budget, dates. No, stick with my project place or my requirements. Okay, maintain consistency, flag contradictions. All this we have also AI for project manager course. Okay, that course will give all these templates for you, like how you have to create these templates for your projects. So just I copied this instructions. I go to my project and say project settings. I paste it under instructions. Okay, these are my, this is where you are giving as a project instructions, like what it has to do. Okay, then Just save this one. Okay, no problem. We can deliver as a link later. Yeah. Okay. Now the sources, I'm going to add sources. See here, you can add from library. If you are familiar with ChatGPT, that's there is a library that you use most of the files. So you can pick the files from library, Google Drive, Slack, whatever that you can upload the documents or directly say upload. So I just created a demo purpose. For example, this one. Yes. What I have clarification sheet, pre-built project charter, project plan, risk register, communication plan. All this just I am attaching it as my document. Okay. So whenever I ask something here, it knows this is my project workspace. So how to use the project workspace? Just I put all the instructions here. Okay. So this is how you have to create the project workspace. Now, what we are going to do, again, let me go back to my presentation. Okay, as you remember, we have written this poorly written prompt. And this one is just, as an additional prompt, you can say like, identify the missing information, which is already done and it's been given as clarification sheet. This is an output of that one. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to create a project charter. Okay, so the charter is not generated, it generates after the context, assumptions, and constraints are made. So here I can say create Nama platform project charter. By the way, as Ahmed Imtiaz said, like, see, you can say just here slash project charter. This means it understands that you want a project charter. Okay.
Instead of okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, but here, what I'm going to say, please create a number project. Again, you can use your prompt assistant. Go to your GPT. Use this one. But there, no memory. Here, the memory is attached. Your project space is there. So create a platform project charter based on the available sources. Okay. Now let it create the project charter. So this is our another course or class that we have, AI for Project Manager Master Class. Prompt engineering is about only prompt. AI project managers for master class, it's all about predefined templates. Okay. So how you can use predefined templates and how you create your own template. For example, as I told you, you can create, for example, business analyst GPT. Okay. What business analyst will do, you get the project scope and give it to your business analyst GPT to identify what are the major issues, risks based on this scope. So, and also like your business analyst can do user journeys. If you are in the project, there is something called a user journey. You can say like, okay, create a user journey based on the scope document. So all these are covered in this project manager's masterclass. Okay. See here, create library for project charter. It's reading. It's all read from the based on the current status courses. So it's create the. So it creates the project charter. Okay. The big difference between using the workspace and individual prompt, what you can do now, you download or see directly you can see here where there is some space where you can say, no, not this one. If you are outside the project, as a prompt, you can say attach to the project. But this one, you can attach to the project as a source file. So you will say, like, for example, I download this, not necessarily download, but it's good to keep it in the sources as a project charter. So then you will go again to your project. See, again, another thing here for projects, you can create as many chat windows as possible for your discussion. Like for example, one for project charter, another chat you can open that will discuss about the financial part of the project. Another chat you open about risk analysis. Okay, so you don't need to create all the requests in one chat. You create multiple chats. Okay, so each time, for example, you are in the middle of the project and you want to generate a report. Okay, so then again, you go to the appropriate chat where you are generating the status report and you can ask this week's status report. What it will do, it will go to the project files, it will go to the project chats, and then it will summarize and it will create the status report for you.
In another word, every chart, sorry, the project is the main folder, like the every chat that it's like a subfolder. So we go and identify and
Yeah,
search from there.
absolutely. But let's say not subfolder. Every chat is a discussion. It's a discussion. Okay, it's a discussion.
Better to trace out the right discussion and type there, right?
Yes, exactly.
So, but it will also understand if we do that in the new chart, right?
Yes.
It will read all the entire project.
Absolutely. That is the context we are giving. That is called workspace. That's the difference between individual chats and workspace chat. Workspace chat, you are talking about this particular project, and it's all contextual.
No, if I am in a hurry,
Yeah.
just to do that on a new chat,
Yeah.
and probably it will bring the result.
Yes.
Then after that, after the result came, should I just put, I mean, to organize in the right form?
No need. The memory is taken care. The project memory is there. This structure is for your understanding, not for AI understanding. You can create as many chat windows as possible, no issue. But just for your traceability, just you can do that.
All these chat windows are within the project. That's the beauty.
Yes, exactly. Or within the project. So you can just, create a project instead of individual prompts, because individual prompts are memory related to that chat. Here it's related to the project. So these are like, just to clarify, just for example, translated GPT, as I told you, meeting assistant GPT, you can create meeting assistant GPT and you can link with your Google account. Okay, and you know that many people, they are using file taker AI or Google Gemini transcription or transcribing the meeting. Then you can include just in your project source. You don't need to attach each time. Okay, meeting minutes and attach here. You can just link it with them. Okay. So these are some of the GPTs. Just you can create a prompt architect GPT, PMO reviewer. Just see, don't, as a project manager, there are many knowledge management areas, right? Like for example, quality management, risk management, cost management, schedule management. Don't complicate yourself with GPTs. Don't say like, okay, then I will create one GPT for each knowledge management area. It will confuse you totally. Okay, it's not a good idea to have all the GPTs with you. Then you need to struggle with GPTs to consolidate. Okay, so that's why the agent will come. So the GPTs will help you to certain level to produce your project management output in a faster way. Okay, to make some decisions. But if you want really the GPTs to work, you have to go for agentic AI. So agentic AI will understand the context, you give the rules, you give the limitations, and then the agentic AI will perform whatever the actions assigned to it. So due to the time, just I want to tell some of the guardrails for the project team. So as I told you, the first point is classify the data. Okay. So what are the public? What are the internal, confidential, restricted? Don't assume that whatever that you are attached to a chat is secured. Okay. So you have to classify the data. So use approved sources. Okay. So attach only authorized documents and templates if you are really use the project workspace. Approval gates. Always a human sign off and commitment is required. That's what as I told you, even if you ask ChatGPT or AI to produce something as a project manager, you have to keep the approval gates with you. Okay. Preserve traceability, like as I told you, track the prompts, assumptions, versions, decisions. Always validate the outputs. Uh, to to completely adapting AI project environment, start with small. Just to create simple GPTs and prompt builder, translator, email assistant, something like that. Then you can create, instead of a project workspace, just based on your personal, you create a workspace for you. Then try with small GPTs how it works. Then go for higher level. So these are the AI agent. If you are preparing for AI agent, so make sure the process is clear. That is the fundamental concept for agentic AI. So you have to have a standard workflows. You have to have the role instructions. Tool boundaries, you have to define what are the tool boundaries. Like, for example, these are the files and applications, accessible, approval gates, and audit trail. Once you are familiar with this, then you can go for agentic AI. Okay. So there is another workshop called Tools Mastery. So Tools Mastery, basically, like as I demonstrated here, ChatGPT, some people are comfortable with Gemini. Some people are comfortable with the Claude. Some are comfortable with the Copilot. So then how you can use those tools, and plus what are the other tools available. But again, if your company or a corporate, if they have a tool which has the AI capability, then you can tell us like what kind of tool that they have. Like, for example, if they are using Microsoft project management, and if they are using Copilot, okay, so how I can use my Microsoft project with Copilot to get my results through them. So that's also we can provide. I think for any this query, okay, if you are in Riyadh, you can attend physical. Otherwise, it's going to be online. If you are in Riyadh, so our institute is located in Malas. You can attend. Otherwise, you can contact our info@exceliya.edu.sa, and they can provide all the necessary information related to that. So we have our key takeaways and next step as part of this webinar. So use ChatGPT as a workspace, not a one-off answer machine. That's what I want to conclude. Ask AI to identify gaps before generating documents. As I told you, go for iterations, okay, critiques, questions, go for it. So use repeatable prompt patterns for core PM deliverables. Build governance into every AI assisted output. So just you have to build a governance, set of rules, process, instructions around your output. So then prepare how, once you are familiar with this, then you can go for agentic AI. So with this, I'd like to conclude the webinar. So this is now we go for a QA session. First of all, like I'd like to hear from the physical attendees. Then I'll come back to online attendees to answer any questions. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, go ahead. If you have any questions from this room, then we'll go for online attendees. Yes, sir.
Is agentic AI part of ChatGPT now, or we have to go for external tool?
No, we have to go for external tool. But see, the one thing that what I would say is agentic AI you can build based on OpenAI platform. based on OpenAI platforms. You can build. Yes.
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 Is it actually possible to like link the GPT with the current like the workflow, the platforms? It's
No.
possible.
No. What you have to do, you have to create the GPT inside the project. Yes. Inside the project.
For example, prompts after like included in the workspace after like
Yes.
prompts.
Yes. Exactly. That's why I said GPT is not context related. GPT is just like a.
So it doesn't source data.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That's why I said, like, for example, translator GPT. Okay, translator GPT, it's translating according to the instructions you're given. Let's say, for example, use professional tone, use Saudi dialect, use this way. Like, for example, in Saudi Arabia, like, they say Assalamu alaikum, and the end of the day, they are doing the greetings. Always they do this. Okay, so you can instruct this. Now you build a translator GPT. But when you come to a project, inside the project, what you have to do is you create this as a project instruction, not as a GPT. Yeah. Yes.
How about using the risk management related, the case by case analysis related to the GPT cases, or it would be in the project?
No. See, GPT means what? Like, for example, you create a risk analyst GPT. Okay. What you given? You are given set of instructions. Let's say, for example, I want each risk to be categorized, prioritized, impact, severity. You give a template for it. Okay. And then you say, like, okay, if it is very big, provide me Ishikawa diagram, fishbone diagram to assess the risk, to see in a high picture. Okay. Now you create this as a GPT. Okay. Now inside the project, what you have to do is you create a prompt, but that is the limitation with the project workspace. So you go out, you ask the prompt to create the risk analysis prompt, then come to the project workspace and paste it. That's the limitation. Otherwise, you have to go for agentic AI. But once you put the context inside the project, yes, it will do the risk analysis based on the available sources. Yes. Any questions from online? The meeting link is there.
That's the
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Mr. Kamal, for
Yeah.
the great presentation in detail. Thank you so much. My question is, the source files you placed, okay, like project scope, project plan, maybe expected timelines, etc. So those source files are inside the source file. You need to mention this is my project scope like that, or ChatGPT will recognize it automatically by the file name.
No. That's why if you give the appropriate file name, then you have to give as an instruction in the project. You remember I give project instruction, you write an instruction, say, read the files based on the file name related to the project.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
give instruction. Everything you have to make sure that you are giving proper instruction. Once you give this as an instruction, then you don't need to say each time. That's why I say, like, for example, even structuring the source file is very important. You create a folder called templates. You create a folder called weekly reports. You create a folder called scope documents. You create a folder called, so you structure it. Then you give instruction. Say that I created a folder structure for you, and I have arranged all the files based on the folder structure. Please read the file name to access the appropriate file. Once you give this instruction, it will take care.
Okay. Thank you. It's very clear. One more question. Actually, by mistake, I thought this workshop presentation is by 4:30, so I joined 4:25. So I missed first half an hour almost. So are you going to broadcast this on YouTube? So that
Yes. Yes. It's already available. It's broadcasting. Now we are broadcasting in YouTube. We will send the link. Also for all the attendees, physical and online, we will issue a participation certificate. So once make sure that you registered through our website, and there will be a participation certificate.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Kamal. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Any other questions? Thank you, Raizuddin. Thank you.
For the three courses, somebody who is new, it is better to do it in order, correct? The prompt engineering first, and then second.
See, the prompt engineering is a basic one. Okay, independent of either you are a project manager, not project manager. Prompt engineering is something you require to learn. Okay, the other two, it depends. For example, it is not in sequence. Maybe AI for project manager is based on your project environment, project experience, how you want to use AI. Okay. Now, if you say like, okay, I have enough project management experience, okay, and in my organization, they are using a particular tool, okay, then you have to go for the third workshop, which is tools. So because the second workshop is made for project manager, like as I told you, like, how you can create GPTs based on the project role. So, or knowledge management areas, or life cycle. So maybe you what you have to do is, what are the pain areas for you? Okay, where you spend more time, where you do a repeated process. Okay, then you can create GPT. That is for AI for project manager. AI for tools, it's based on that. Okay, I want to learn a tool. Okay, now I know the prompt. I know the project manager templates and everything. Now I go for a tool. Then it's the third one. So prompt. Yes. Yes. No, third one, see, it's a 4-hour workshop. It's not a course. Okay. We have our generative AI as a course. But this one, that what I have shown during the webinar, is a workshop. So in that workshop, it is not possible to teach you all the tools, but how to use the tool. Okay. If you say, like, for example, I'm using Claude, I'm using Copilot, we are using some other tool, how to use that one, then we will tell you. If you are IT background with a technical knowledge already, then how we can do through vibe coding. Okay, so if you are familiar with the vibe coding, like, you don't need to know like any coding. You just have a prompting skill, and you go use a particular platform, like for example, Lovable or any other platform. Then you can create your agents, your integrations, all those things. That is also possible. Just 2 minutes more. Anyone wants to ask any questions in the online? Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for your attendance, and it's our pleasure. And if you need more information, you can access our website, or you can contact info@exceliya.edu.sa as well. Thank you so much.
Show you some.
We should be in online? On it? Okay. Thank you. Thank you all.
So thank you everyone for attending today's event. So hope you have enjoyed and learned something new. And actually, for the attendees, we would like to provide you the e-certificate as a token of appreciation. And also, we would like to offer you the course 50% discount. So actually, you can visit exceliya.edu.sa/events, where we have these 3 master classes. Each one is a 4 hours of masterclass where you will be learning about the mentioned tools. So basically, this is the prompt engineering. This is tied up with $799. But for the attendees of today, physical attendees and online attendees, we are providing a 50% discount. If you pay and enroll it today, you will be availing the offer of 50% discount, which will be only $399 rupees. And also, this is the AI tools mastery for professionals. Like, this is prompt engineering, and this is AI tools. Like, if you are a project manager or a teacher or a financial background, the course will be tailored for your needs. So it's not like every tool for everyone. It's the customized tool for the specific professionals. And also this course will also be available at the 50% discount if you pay and enroll it today in our institute. And also finally, we have the third event, which is AI for Project Managers Masterclass. This is also a 4 hours of workshop, which is available at 50% discount. And if you have any questions and about the courses and anything, you can ask him.
Actually, I was from purely manufacturing background. I was not a part of IT.
Okay.
I'm regularly using Copilot.
Okay.
Like cross-functional team with quality, project team, and the design production.
Okay.
From manufacturing engineering.
Okay.
So for me, in this, which one? Because I have a lot of Excels,
Yes.
and as a project tracker separately, the project team is separate.
Okay.
We are as a cross-functional team, we are supporting, and they will ask some assigning some works for us.
Okay.
How to take the data from Copilot in this? Which one will be suitable for me? Like prompt engineering or?
Yes, sir. For you, I can suggest this tool because this tool is customized for each professional. Like we conducted this webinar and seminar for the teachers. For the teachers, they require different tools. Okay, they wanted to learn different tools. Then we taught them. So if you require these kind of specialized tools, this is the best for you, sir.
Yeah, tool specific. Also, like how you are using Copilot. It's like, see, there are enterprise Copilot. Enterprise Copilot, you can define the project space, okay, and based on your subscription, okay, you can use Copilot, okay. But if you are using individual Copilot, which is not like enterprise version, then it's a different way.
Enterprises only.
Okay, then
Actually,
you
the
can
thing,
do
like,
a lot actually.
1 month before, they gave some options. Like in email itself, once I typed, there was a small pop-up. If I select automatically, it will rewrite.
Yeah.
Then if I don't want, I can discard there itself.
Yeah.
Before 2-3 months before, we'll copy that email. I'll put it in Copilot, and
Yeah.
I will tell to rewrite it.
Yeah.
But suddenly they removed it. I don't know why they removed it.
Okay.
So similar like that way, I was trying to more related to now Copilot only, and it is linked with IT team only. They are
Yeah.
sometimes
See, as far as I know, what happened here is you have to have a culture and ethics when you use AI. The same thing happened in many places. What happens? They don't review. They click Copilot to draft and then they say send. So that's why they said, like, just they removed options. But that's why I said, like, Copilot is not about email drafting. Okay, as you said, if you have a lot of files, okay, and let's say, for example, you are in a project and something happened last year, maybe a handover has happened. Okay, so how the handover was it happened? Like, for example, you want to know. So then you can ask Copilot for that. Okay, so then it will go and trace. If you are inside an organization enterprise, then it will go and trace and it will tell you like the handover taken place. This time a document is there. This is the manager. You have to contact, but it will not fetch and give you unless you go through the hierarchy. That's the way.
further the hierarchy. The prompt engineering will be better or is
No, see, prompt engineering is a skill. Okay, for example, let us go for IT literacy. Okay, now we are using all the websites. I don't need to tell you how to browse a website because you have IT literacy. Okay, for AI, prompt is something like that. You have to have a prompt engineering skill to get the things done as you expect. That is prompt engineering. Independent, either Copilot or anything, just prompt engineering. Because if you are strong in prompt engineering, you can build your own AI agent. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, if you are excellent in prompt engineering, you can build your AI agent in a day. Just there are plenty of platforms are available. You can build.
that also actually I was trying. Like in my Copilot, some emails I will receive from SAP.
Yeah.
Default, if anyone's created notification to me,
Yeah.
it will automatically go.
Yeah.
In, what I will do, I will mention that number and I will make an Excel.
Yeah.
Actually, there was an option for Power Automate in Code.
Yes.
It will automatically bring it in that
Yeah.
Excel sheet.
Okay.
I was followed the steps.
Okay.
Somehow still I was getting an email like your flow was failed.
Okay.
So whether I'm weak in prompt engineering because of that I'm unable to do that or
No, it is not related to prompt engineering. It is related to the way that you have to use the tool or configure the tool. It's not related to prompt engineering for this specific incident. But prompt engineering in general, it's something you must know. Yeah.
We also have the spoken Arabic one-to-one and also group and online everything. So if anybody interested, we can have a free demo. Any courses that we are offering is comes with a free demo the first day. So please feel.
YouTube, no,